Hey guys, welcome back. I am Stu and this is Alcatraz for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic Time Twister Expansion. The infamous prison island, whose population once swelled with bootleggers and racketeers, is now up for sale. You've decided to convert it into a top tourist attraction and money is no object. Your objective, to have 10 different types of roller coasters operating in your park, each with an excitement value of at least 6.00. Okay then, so no money, so we haven't got to worry about research, we haven't got to worry about making any money. We can just spend whatever we like, and the easiest way of building coasters is pretty much just chuck loads and loads of money at them. Okay, so we've got quite a large park, to be honest. We've got loads of paths that look fairly complicated, but we haven't got to worry about money, so it doesn't really matter how many guests we have coming into the park. It's already open. There's no open and close function because there's no money on it. So let's look to see what rides we've got then. We've got transport rides. To be honest, I'm not going to bother with anything apart from coasters on this one, but we'll go through them anyway. This is, let me just see if there's anything new. Okay, so we've got, it's like a suspended monorail decked out in an airshaped skin. Haunted jailhouse, so that'll be a haunted house then, but with a jailhouse skin. What have we got? A double deck carousel. That's pretty cool, especially if it's got a higher capacity than a normal carousel. Coasters. What's this? Tommy gun ride. So that's some sort of twist then. Racing car skin. Water ride, so there you go. Flying boat ride. What's that? Art Deco food store. Any other types of shops? Okay, so let's just jump straight in. Let's look at the coasters then. We got plenty. There's a different themed reverser. Do you know what? I think since it's only 6 excitement and we haven't got to worry about money, I think I'm just going to build. I'll start off with a side friction coaster. I'll build one of those, then I'll build one of them, and I'll just keep going and until we get the 10, and then we'll come back and have a look to see what we got. August here too. We've only got 7 guests in the park because we haven't opened any of the rides up. I've run them all on test until now, and then I've closed them all. Toggled the speed just to put them back into test mode, and then close them all. So let's open them all up. Open them all, so they should be going. I don't know why this one isn't. There you go. That's weird. Maybe it doesn't like. So let's go through them anyway. So we've got the side friction coaster. Now, originally I built it quite quickly. It was a little under 6 actually, but then I carried on building all the others, and then as soon as I built the wooden coaster, I added some extra length and some interactions, and then it came back over 6. This is a bit, right, okay. That's weird because I've, some of them have started. I know one of the limbs I built has started. Let's just go through them all. This is running. But this one, yeah, it just needs a reset. That's strange. I think we found another bug. So I think they're all running now. As soon as all the test results come back, and it realizes we've got 10 different coasters built that are over 6, it's going to pass the scenario. So with this one, because there's no money, we can just chuck as much money as we can at the coasters, build something a bit crazy, get an easy 6 excitement coaster. So let's have a look at the side friction then. So it comes up, drops down a few bends. Let's turn the supports off so we can see it better. Around the water tower, I'll give it a boost of excitement. Back down, and then it's got an interaction with the loop from the wooden coaster. The wooden coaster. Have the stats come back yet? Not yet. There you go. 8.45. Good excitement on that. So that's benefiting from the loops and the interactions with the side friction coaster. Just over here then we got a mini coaster. One thing I noticed when I was building this is it really does lose speed very, very quickly. So you can see it with this car now as it's coming down. So around the bend, losing a lot of speed. It only just makes it up there. I had to redesign it slightly because it wasn't quite going fast enough. But obviously it's a very small car, so it will lose momentum. It won't have as much momentum as the larger trains. We've got the stats back on this. Yep, 6.39. There you go, limb coaster. Just down here. So this one is the gangster car coaster. 6.56 excitement. I'm sure I had a second one. That's a looping coaster. Okay. I did have duplicates. Yes. There you go. So this one's a looping coaster as well. So I know someone did ask if the different versions of the same coasters will count. So if I had 2 looping coasters down, that won't count. But I believe that a looping coaster and the gangster coaster or the police chase coaster will work. Even though they're both based on a looping coaster, they're classified as a different coaster in the game. So we've got the Virginia Reel. Good stats on that. This is benefiting from some of the scenery as well. Stand-up coaster. Now with this one, so I've had the 6 loops and then I've added the interactions as well. So it goes through the loops. 7.18. And then we've got a wild mouse just over here. Some nice drops. Some bends and some good interaction with the trees and things. You've seen that. Is that everything? It should be. Just waiting for this one. Okay. So we haven't started that one up. So let's run this on fast forward. We'll come back to the station. Test results, and we've completed it. Awesome stuff. Stew! So at least we know for sure now that if you build 2 coasters that are based on the same type, but listed as a different coaster, it will work. So I think what I'll do now, rather than just closing it down and forgetting about it, I think what I'll do is what I did was I built all the coasters. I've just started at the side friction and I've just worked my way along. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think what I'll do is I'll just build one of every single type, get it over 6 excitement, and then we'll meet back here and I can walk you through them. March Year 5, we've now got 24 roller coasters in the park, all with excitement above 6, one of each type that's unlocked. There is still some research going on, so I don't know what's left to unlock. There may even be more roller coasters to unlock, I don't know, but I'm going to call it quits now on 24. If there was money, it would be in a much better scenario, but we could focus the research on roller coasters, so we know we'd have completed all the roller coaster research, but there isn't. But we can talk about that later on. So let's just go through them then, all the new ones. So the original ones I built them all with the wooden entrance style station, and then the new ones I've built, I've added this log cabin style entrance, so I can quickly see which are the newer ones and which are the older ones. So let's just go through them as and when we go around the park. So we've got a flying roller coaster here, coaster 21. Great stats on that. With this one, there's the graphics for some of the track appear to be missing. I think we've seen this in one of the scenarios we've played before, but so the track is there, but the graphics for it aren't. So it looks like the flying coaster is flying. So it's quite an easy track. It just goes up into a half loop, down, around a few inline twists, and then back to the station. Good stats though. And then just over here, we've got the laydown coaster. Good stats on that. Comes out, chain lift, down, a load of loops, cobra roll, another load of loops, and then back to the station. Guests are hungry. I haven't got any food or drink stalls, simply because they would count as a ride or attraction. I want to just count all my roller coasters only. Plus, because we haven't got to worry about rating or money, I don't need to worry about food or drink or anything like that. That's why all my coasters are now in test mode, because I don't really want, actually, the original ones are still open. Maybe that's why I've got so many guests in the park. Maybe I should have put them all on test mode. Just over here then, we've got a compact inverted coaster. 6.5 excitement. Pressed the wrong button. So it comes out, chain lift, down, 2 loops, around the bend, through itself, and then back to the station. So it's getting some good interactions there. Just up here then, inverted vertical shuttle. Good stats on that. So it goes up. Little interaction with the loop. I did try and get it to go higher, but it won't because the track's in the way, and I didn't really want to bother redoing the track of the wooden coaster, but it's going fast enough. Batwing here, and then back. That's an old one. Multi-dimensional coaster just here. Now with this one, when I first built it, good interactions with the wooden coaster. When I first built it, the stats came back. I think it was something like maybe 1.5, 2 excitement, something like that. So what I did was I just added this little inline twist by here. And then when the stats came back, the excitement rating was 7.66. So I'm not sure what it needs. Maybe an inversion or something. Maybe it needs, I don't know. Then we've got the flying boat ride. So this is a water coaster themed to be a flying boat. So I wanted to take that flying plane, they're all flying, that seaplane theme, and have it sort of flying around and landing and then taking off again. So it's a very long track. Probably the longest coaster in the park. A lot of sweeping bends, a lot of drops, a few splashes. You need to have at least 1 splash on the water coasters, otherwise they'll give you a penalty. And then just over here, exactly the same coaster, except one of them has got slightly different theme. As you can, let's see if we can see. One of the cars is slightly different. We've gone all over the place here. It'd be easier if I look on here. So the cars are slightly different. Good stats. Benefiting from the synchronization bonus. And then just over here, we've got the dinghy slide. Good stats. Benefiting from some interactions with the loop. And then, what have we got then? Just over here, we've got seaplane ride. So it's a suspended swinging coaster. Good stats. Up, down, little interaction with the loop there. And then probably one of my least favorite coasters to build, flying turns. It's probably my second least favourite. My least favourite would be the bobsleigh. Because they are quite tricky to build without them flying off the track. So helixes are fine. They won't come off with a helix. So with these ones, I've used some half helixes for bends. A little break there as well. Interaction with the loop and back. What else have we got? So just over here, we've got steeplechase. Decent stats. So with this one, I hadn't planned this, but it just seemed it worked well that I've been able to get the steeplechase. I've still got on pause. Got the steeplechase to go around the outside and then the inside and back of the stand-up coaster, so they're all going through the loops. So is that giving a boost for the stand-up? Possibly. I can't remember what it was. What else have we got then? Suspended, mini suspended coaster. Good stats on that. Again, interactions with the loop. That's key, I think. 6 excitement isn't difficult, but when you're doing some of the coasters that might be a bit more tricky to get high excitement stats on, having good interactions with the loops and things like that of the other coasters is quite an easy way of getting some higher excitement. What else have we got? Have we got any more? Or is that it? Let's have a quick once around the park just to see if there's anything that stands out that I've missed. Nope, I think that is it. We did the first ones earlier. Okay, so that was Alcatraz, aka Prison Island. This scenario could have been great. It could have been one of the best scenarios in the game, but they didn't include money with it. So you can just crack on with the coasters. And because it's only 6 excitement as well, you can just build them very, very quickly. You can build one, and then whilst it's testing, you can start building the other, because you haven't got to worry about money. And then look back at the first one. Is it over 6? Yes, great. Carry on with the next one. Is it over 6? No. Fiddle about with it. Put it on test. Crack on with the next one. If money was included, then what you would have to do is you would have to build a nice little park to begin with in order to get the money coming in. You'd have to worry about shops and things like that, and making sure guests aren't getting lost and stuck. But because you haven't got to worry about that, then for me it spoils it, but other people might like it. So this was Alcatraz, aka Prison Island. I am Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.